What is up, guys? Stephen Jeffrey of ShedworxCutlery, and I am so happy to be back with you guys today. I floated home from Ellaville on Sunday night, and it was just, my heart was full. Thank you to all the folks that came up and shook hands with me and gave me a hug. So I'm going to be showing some pictures of just folks that I had the honor of meeting and finally putting faces to names. And this knife community and this whole experience is just been, it's been such a blessing to me. And I thank you guys for just letting me be a part of your life. On this video, I'm going to show the knives and gifts that I received from many of you guys, and share a little bit about those, because honestly, I tried to make this video. I've been trying to make it all day, and just trying to slice it up in a way that makes sense. And I've got a good batch of knives here that I'm going to be showing, and like I say, the gifts, and sharing a little bit about the day. And then in another video, I'll show the other purchases that I made at the knife show, which you're gonna like as well. So without further ado, we're gonna get into this. But I want to say, before I go into that there is no one that I know of that could bring so many people from such diverse walks of life to a little town in Georgia called Ellaville. Kevin Bentley, aka the Knife Doctor, has created a community where it has just brought all these folks together, you know, to ascend like Woodstock to a knife show in Ellaville, Georgia. And Kevin and Miss Val and his sons, they just did. They were so hospitable, and they did such an amazing job. For everything from seeing us boys out there parking cars to the food that they provided for the vendors and the other knife tubers and folks in the knife community. There's just such a special time, just getting to go and see the knife museum and the pallet cabin, and just the time and the effort they put in this thing. It's just it's very heartwarming. And Kevin, thank you so much. Thank you for being a friend, and thank you for just being a platform and to the knife community, where you've hosted it, where you bring all these folks together, and we can become even a tighter knit group because of you. And thank you. You are a blessing and a gift. And I know that you're a humble man, so I know that those words won't go to your head. So again, much appreciated. Thank you from me and from all the knife community. I'm going to share these gifts. I got to meet so many people throughout the day, and I want to again give proper time and proper place to these. So without further ado, let's get into this. This moment was brought to you by Don and Diane Hafragi. Though you've heard his name many times in many places by the pronunciation of Hoffridge, his name is pronounced Hafragi. And anyway, Brother Don was my first knife trade. I had a Boker, a 2000 Boker lockback, that of which I traded and got my first case 75 pattern Stockman. And with that, he found out that I was a fan of Cincinnati chili. So he sent me packets of Cincinnati chili, this Cincinnati chili recipe. This having it 4-way with some sharp cheese and onions and kidney beans. And that, of course, that is hamburger meat with this chili powder in it. served over spaghetti noodles. It is amazing, guys. Skyline Chili, the first time I went to Cincinnati, we went to Skyline Chili, and it was between that and Grater's Ice Cream. It was a cool experience, and that was something we've done each time we've gone back up that way. But however, this is better than that. So he sent me a couple of these packs along with a family heirloom chili recipe, Cincinnati chili recipe, which my family and I will make soon and try. And he says it's better than this. So, just a cool thing. But at the knife show, he blessed me and hooked me up for the next couple of months to get me through the winter, so we can have Cincinnati chili. And brother, thank you so much. Miss Diane, thank you. But he gifted so many people. He told me to bring a cooler to the Ellaville Knife Show. He gave me 2 packs of bacon, just fresh, amazing bacon, that of which I had Sunday morning. My wife and my daughter woke up to a breakfast provided by you guys. He gave me 2 sleeves of pork sausage and also a sleeve of deer summer sausage. So I am looking so forward to eating that, and I thank you so much for your friendship, brother. It was so cool to come down the Saturday morning, and there was this lovely couple sitting at a table, and we had talked on the phone. Him and I have messaged back and forth, and he didn't have a face to go with a name, and he saw me when I walked in, and he was like, Stephen Jeffrey, and I got to sit down and eat breakfast with them, and talk about the knife show and just get caught up just on life. And it was just a special time, one that I'll never forget. So one of the people I had the privilege of meeting when I first got this show was a friend in the community who we have talked for a bit about leather, and his leatherworking has gone next from 0 to, I would say, 110, and just the past few months, and that is none other than Billy Silvers, ShedworxCutlery. Finally got to meet Billy and his son at the show, and all throughout the day we got to hang out, and just it's great getting to know him and finally put a face to a name, which I had seen Billy in his videos, but it was still so cool just seeing people face to face. But he was the first one to give me a gift, and this is as I was coming across the parking lot. Here we go. He gave me these awesome plates, and these are the Warriors of Savage Splendor. And I'm going to hang these here somewhere where they can be seen, and kind of be part of the SJ Relics set here. Beautiful plates, beautiful artwork on those. And also this one. And what I love about these is I love just that the way that chief looks on both of these. Anything with a headdress. Again, this one's called the War Party, and Fierce and Free. Just beautiful plates. And Brother Billy, thank you so much. Thank you for your friendship. Check out Shedworx and his leather work, holding his slips. He gifted Brother Thomas a couple of slips, and I saw his work a few times at the show, and just it's awesome, guys. His burnishing, the way he's finishing them out. Again, he went from, he showed me his first slip on an email, and he went from here to here, and just it seems like a matter of weeks. And again, awesome stuff. But thank you, Billy, for this gift. And again, it was such a pleasure meeting you and your son. Now we'll get to the knives. So at the show, everybody knows that I saw Big Jim first, old Big Jim, down at the bog, and it was awesome to just finally get to hug Big Jim and just shake his hand. And just Jim has become a good friend to me. We've talked on the phone, we message. We just we've had that friendship back and forth now for months now, but to meet him in person and see him was just it was a surreal and awesome experience for me. He handed me this little bag the first night. It has his stickers in it. Of course, he gave me a few more at the event, and I'm going to tag these all over the place. I love this new design. And Big Jim Bryan and rule number 9, and got the orange there. The represent the Orange Army. But awesome thing, he gave me these buck knife. It's the date chart and the Zippo chart, which he's given me these before. And what I'm going to do with these, I have my other ones in the house for quick reference. I'm going to laminate these and put these in my my little go bag, so when I'm out knife hunting or looking at Zippos, I can quickly identify the date by looking at these. So these are going to come in handy, and I appreciate that, brother Jim. These again, if you don't have these, y'all need to screenshot these and print them out. But he gave me this little in that goodie bag. This is a money, like I was going to say a minimalist knife, but it's a money clip. Just solidly made, really cool action on it. Just sleek design. I can tuck me some money in there, some go money, and I've always got a knife on me, and I appreciate that, brother. Just a really cool gift, and I will absolutely use this. And thank you, Big Jim. But Big Jim being Big Jim, he's a little extra if y'all don't know him by now. He got this a few months ago from Deep South Cutlery, and I had commented on it. I had wanted one of these. I've got one more in this series. This is the American Stories series, and he got it. He showed it on his channel, and wouldn't you know, he gifted me this at the show. And he told me, he says, I got something for you, and it's let's just say it's an equal end jack. And I didn't imagine that it was this knife, and I was blown away. He handed me this at the show. It is a 70s model like me, and this is an incredible series. Look them up, the American Stories. Look at that spear point blade, westward hoe. There's the number there, the model number, 00671. And it's got, this thing has half stops, nice positive half stops, 1773. And there's that chestnut tree that stood outside of the Boker factory in Germany. And just a beautiful piece. Solid lockup coming out. Very firm half stop. And listen to that snap close. Here's the pen blade. Nice pull on this knife. It says Boker on the pen blade. Just this thing is in great shape. Again, half stop there. Beautiful knife. For size reference, there it is right here in the hand. And man, I just love it. Look at that Delrin. Just a beautiful piece. And Jim, thank you so much for your friendship, brother. This was a absolute blessing, and it will be in my collection. And I thank you for your friendship and for gifting me with that. That was totally unexpected. And while we were there, I got to meet so many folks. And as I was making my way in, first person I ran into was old Bubba from Bubba's EDC, born in 1983. And Bubba handed me this little baggie, and in it had one of his stickers. And then here is a Trapaholics United. I like trappers and I cannot lie. And that, though I like many patterns of knives, one of my favorite to carry is a trapper knife, and that is something that Bubba, that is a love and a passion that Bubba and I both share. And so he gifted me these stickers, but with that, he gave me a 1975 demo knife. And of course, that was the end of the Vietnam War. There, it was ending, wrapping up things over there. This one has some blade play, but I think it's just a problem with the pen, and I might explore that and see what's wrong with it. But this is just going in my collection. It's 1975, full blade. It's all there. And this thing was sharpened just a few times. Of course, the back springs look good. These are notorious for having broken back springs, and this one's got all the snap left in it. Here is this is the flat tip screwdriver, and of course somebody arced it, and which happens so much. I may flatten it right there and just go ahead and come across, or I may just leave it the way it is, because that's part of this knife story. But it's got your bottle opener there. Here's your can opener. Hold on one second. Try not to. There's your can opener. And your punch there. And I've got a few of these. They were from my grandfather, but they're from the 90s, and it was when he worked at the naval base in Charleston, South Carolina. And those were more Desert Storm era. So this is from, again, my birth year. And Bubba, thank you so much for your friendship. Thank you for this generous, generous gift. And I appreciate it, man. And I will cherish it. And I thank you for thinking of me. And I'm on the hunt. I'm on the lookout. I'm going to find something cool from 1983, no doubt. But again, check out Bubba's EDC and check out the Barlow Brigade. Give those channels a sub if you haven't, which I know if you're watching my channel you probably already have. This is from Brother Thomas, and Thomas messaged me early that morning. I think he had been up since like 2, or he may have said 4. He says, man, I'm so excited I can't sleep. And anyway, he gifted me a blue chip. I've got the green, the red, and the black. And I use those in steady rotation, so now I have the blue, because I had to have the whole set, you know. But Brother Thomas, thank you. We got to spend a huge amount of time together at the show, and Thomas and I, you know, of course, we've talked on the phone a lot, and just you know, it's been a building friendship of just commenting on each other's videos. But it was just an awesome experience to finally meet him face to face, and get to give him a big old hug. And he gifted me this as we were standing there with Big Jim. He gifted me this knife, and look at that stag handle and that rustic sheath. This is like a primitive knife. All that beadwork there, and here's a piece of stag, piece of horn there. And then when we take this out, this is from a fish, and I don't know, somebody can drop it in the comments. It's got some age to it. You can see it's got some age. They made like a little, it is like a tanto blade, a primitive tanto blade. And they of course they chiseled that in there, and it's sharp on that tip. You could get it done with this if you needed to. Cool beadwork, leather wrap there. And I have a tomahawk that Thomas gifted me with, and this will go in my music room along with that tomahawk. And right up there I've got this this kind of display. I'm trying to think of what my wife calls it. When I gather like items, of course I got a lot of little Indians and things like that, so this will proudly sit up there, so for all to see. And again, Thomas, thank you so much for this awesome gift. I appreciate you, man. Love you, man. I thank you for your friendship. And again, I thank you for this. And you're a blessing, man. So much. And while I was making my way in, I didn't look at knives for probably 2.5 hours. I didn't get to look at one knife except for getting the Bear & Sons show knife. I made my way because I knew those were going to go fast. But I was just talking with everybody, and right after I had talked with Bubba, a friend of mine came up, and again, he's been my friend through the YouTube universe. He was my very first slip order. I made 3 slips for him. This guy comes up to me, big, tall dude, strapping man with his boys, and there they stood, flanked around me, and I felt suddenly small. My 6-foot self felt small in their presence, and it was my friend Guy Harris from the upstate, fellow South Carolinian. And one day, Guy and we are going to do a knife hunt video, and we're going to go up there and hunt some knives and check out some of his favorite haunts as far as antique stores. And there's a few Case Master dealers up there, that of which Guy went after he saw the video and the knife that I got from Michael, the Red Eye Patriot, that dark red bone. He got me this dark red bone, smooth bone canoe. This is a 2023. He handed me this, and I was just blown away. Guy, you didn't have to do this, but I'm glad that you did. Look at the bone on this thing. It's just absolutely beautiful. I've got several Appaloosa knives, and of course now I've went down the dark red rabbit hole due to Red Eyed Patriot, and now my brother Guy Harris. They're just aiding and abetting in this whole knife hoarding process, and by showing me and opening my eyes to too many good knives. Here we go. Beautiful spear point blade. I love the size of this knife. Be perfect in the 5th pocket. There's your dots. This is a 2003. Let's listen to that, to the acoustics. Very, very nice. Here's the spear point. Of course, it's the USA and 62 131 and SS Steel. Shout out to brother Dwayne. Super Sport Steel. Just a beautiful knife, beautiful back springs. I love the variation between the 2 sides. Just how that white, those little white fissures through there. Beautiful, beautiful piece. And then what I like, one of the things I like about this series is just different than some of their other knives, is it has those pinched bolsters, that really nice pinched bolster there on both ends. Cool piece. Both of those tangs there, or the, you know what I'm talking about right here, are just, you know, just as flush and smooth, not going to catch on your pocket. And again, I'm just tickled to death to get this in my collection. And Guy, brother, thank you for your friendship. Thank you for your generous gift. And I do look forward to getting up to the upstate soon and knife hunting with you and your family. Awesome piece, awesome piece. Again, thanks, brother. I got to meet Jake, junior knife collector, and we ran into one another over there, just almost in the same spot, and I got to give him a hug and take a picture with him. And this guy has an awesome channel. Check him out, Jake, junior knife collector. He puts out videos weekly, and it's just an awesome part of the knife community. And I was absolutely stoked to meet him and run into him there in that moment. And then while I'm mentioning stickers here, brother Jim Thornton at the cookout, I got these stickers from him, and this, of course, this is his new logo designed by a friend of his. And there we go. There's that elephant toenail, that of which we both are 1975 babies. So cool. I thank you, D.I. Dave, for giving me that awesome deal on that toe. and now I have one too. And Jim at Hunting, Fishing, Praying, check out his channel, daily content. Check out his Wednesday. It's the ones he puts out on Thursday, and it's kind of a Wednesday night recap. Awesome, encouraging. I've listened to those where I just put them on repeat and listen to them over and over again. He shares the word. Here's this one, Everyday Carry, Hunting, Fishing, Praying. And of course, it's got that folding hunter and cross. And on to my next knife. I ran into Tim, the bearded knife guy, and he had told me about this a while back after I showed the Reagan inauguration knife. Of course, I never thought he was going to gift it to me, and he came and stuck this in my pocket. I was standing outside, and he came and just kind of slipped it down in my pocket and said, and I pulled it out. I was like, oh man, because I knew what it was when I saw the sheath. Very cool little the little slip. Very cool little slip there. And this is a Frost Cutlery. This is, of course, 1980. So this is vintage Frost. And of course, there's a tang stamp there. It is a mini muskrat. Surgical steel, Japan. This thing is in mint shape. Of course, check this out. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's got 2 springs. I don't want. There's the other blade. And of course, this is in bone, which Chris from One Dot Daily had sent me one of the novelty knife version of the Reagan Bush. So I didn't know I needed a Ronald Reagan collection, but between the invite to the inauguration and this knife and the one that Chris sent me, I now have a presidential 1980 and 1985 presidential collection, and I am totally honored to receive that gift. Thank you so much, Brother Tim. Check out his channel, The Bearded Knife Guy. He does daily pocket dumps. He's always on the hunt, and he is a prolific knife trader. Him and Michael at Red Eye Patriot, those guys are prolific deal makers, and they move the knobs. But again, thank you for that gift, brother, and I appreciate it so much. And then while I was moving towards the back room, none other than Dan Edwards approached me. He had a table just before you went through the hallway there, and we shook hands. Here's a picture of him and I. He blessed me with this because he remembered I had bid on one of these in Brother Dwayne Clark's auction, and I got one a few weeks later. I did get a few knives from that auction, but it wasn't the Diamond Edge. But Dan Edwards blessed me with this knife. Just a cool little gentleman's carry. Let me zoom in on that tang stamp. Imperial Stainless, Ireland. Awesome little blade. There's your pin blade. Sorry about that. There's your pin blade. Very cool little carry. And again, him and I got to talk and catch up again, putting a face with a name. I've talked to him so much online, and I am blessed to have that, brother. Thank you so much. He gave Thomas and I these, and the reason it's dirty is because I've been using it to clean knives. I've been cleaning some knives with this thing. But these are like diaper material, and these are better than the microfiber cloths. They're soft, they're super soft, and they will clean the smudges right off a knife. And he handed Thomas and I both brand new. They were clean version. You know, these were clean when I got it, but I've been cleaning away on those new knives that I got. And I thank you, brother, for that tip. And everybody out there, definitely check those out. Another thing Tim gave me too, I want to throw this in, is he gave me a toasted deer bead, a stag bead. And I'm going to put that on a lanyard here soon. And be showing. I got to put some short lanyards on a lot of my knives, and I'm gonna put this bead on a very special knife. I actually have one in mind, and I thank Brother Tim for that as well. And if you didn't catch the man in the Miami Dolphins hat, Brother Jerry Phillips, the other leather making man. Awesome channel, awesome slips. He was walking around, had the Miami Dolphins hat. He was supporting. Here he has the Atlanta Braves hat, but he gave me a few stickers. The first night when we got there, we hung out in the parking lot and just finally again, I knew his face, but I finally got to shake his hand and give him a hug. And him and George Bramlett, and just meeting those guys for the first time face to face was an awesome experience. And I thank him for those stickers. And I finally got a 70 times 7 stickers from Brother Randy, Georgia Adventurer. We talked leather work. We just swapped knowledge there. This man has taught me so much. So definitely kind of pushed me and advanced me in my leather making skills. And I thank him for sharing his knowledge with me. And just him and his wife are just dear, dear, sweet people. And I just want to thank everybody just for blessing me and thinking of me. It's so awesome. And I hope you will join me in the next video when I show you the other purchases at the knife show. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. Get out there and do something, and wherever you go, whatever you do, carry a good knife. This is Stephen Jeffrey of SJ Relics saying thank you and God bless.